صلوا على النبي خاتم رسل الكرام لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله شكر يا الله شكر يا ربي توبة يا الله توبة يا ربي شكر يا الله شكر يا ربي توبة يا الله توبة يا ربي لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله
أهلا وسهلا وكل عام وأنتم بخير. اليوم 15 من 3 1446 هجري الموافق يوم الخميس، ونبث لكم من أقصى أقصى قارة إفريقيا، وهي بلد سميها ببلد رأس رجاء الصالح. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته to our beautiful mothers and our fathers and our grandparents and our ancestors of the South, and our beautiful spouses and our children, grandchildren, and next of kings and families, neighbors, everyone that you feel, mashallah, tabarakallah. It is the 15th. It's the white nights. It's the final days of the white nights. We're going into the 16th, but we are still enjoying another half an hour to 40 minutes of the 15th, the centerpiece. Okay, everything is divided into 4, right? Everything is worked on the 3, 6, 9, 12 scales. Okay, every 60 seconds, every 60 minutes, every 6 hours, right? 6 is your big 6. Okay, that's the jackpot. You have to understand how these numbers are patterns. You have to get a grip on how you and I fit into the numerology of the life of the flower of life. The 4 is for sure. Okay, you cannot leave the 4 if it's not sure, right? Because with the 4, there are 4 sides. Okay, the 4 sides represents north, east, west, south. When you say north, east, west, south, that is news. Okay, that's where the word new has been ordained as news, because every time they tell you a vision on the television, then you are being inculcated with data that is new news, just adding the S to the new. So it feels like it is something new that you are hearing, but you are co-creating it with the coordinator of that broadcast that is sharing information in and violating your sovereign rights in your sanctuary. Okay, It is just energy. This planet, this mission, this and university of life, it is how you learn to manipulate energy. If you have no control over your conscious energy, then your currency will be exchanged for stock. Okay, that is how you had landed and stuck into this third dimension of realities. Allahu Akbar walillahi alhamd. It is middle of the Rabi', and last night we had a very beautiful program with the great with the council of the high hierarchy of the matriarchs of the city. Okay, many of you, many of us, let me put it that way, we are very unaframed with the with the indigenous landscape of your asl, of your origin. Many of you have no idea why your forefathers were so persistent. What is your asl? Not necessarily because of racism or because of ethnicity. It had to do with your genetics. Okay, there would come a time where you will have to get out of your past genetics and you would come into the epigenetic age. Okay, we are in this age where you have to identify with soul. Okay, the soul is the soul tribe that reigns in your age. This is now the higher form of where you came from in the past age, where you believe that Muhammad alayhi wa alihi is a man, Jesus is a man, Musa is a man, and you now have to change that version of how you believe, because you've been believing in physical things and everything is spiritual and intellectual and it is all unseen. Okay, so for the last 500 years of this civilization, it was hijacked into a physical realm where you had believed that everything that you see is real. Okay, and that dictated our reality. Well, after you had completed your 4 stages of your evolution, then the Hajj is the 5th. Okay, the Hajj is in the heart; it is not in the physical, space. Okay, how many millions, trillions has gone and still did not find the escape. They could not change their mindsets. They could not change their heart sets. They could not change their lenses. They could not change their lives. This is sensitively because they haven't changed at all. They have only found themselves in a spot where they had just asked themselves to be forgiven, but there was no forgiveness that came. Okay, so most of it is money that was pushed into the cycles of the Babylonian money magic, right? The Arabs takes your money, you pay 4 times, 5 times the amount of what you have to spend, and then finally you still have to find your own forgiveness. Okay, that paradigm, people, is no longer valid for the new age. But be that what it may, this is not the topic that I chosen to speak about this evening. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. It is last night that is what I wanted to actually incorporate. Last night we met with the mothers, the great mothers. This is the highest mothers in your city. Okay, your mothers are not people who you know. It's people that the soul tribes in the heavens identifies with. Okay, and it is those souls that you need to find your way to them, and you have to acknowledge in soul reality who they are. Okay, you cannot see them until you feel them. When you feel them, you see them, because the reality of sight is not in what you see, because what you see is what was told to you, but what you feel is what was shared with you from the heavens and the cosmos. Okay, What you feel is the truth. What you see is believing is seeing. Seeing is believing. Feeling it has meaning. Okay. Now, you and I are now on this next trip of uncovering true meaning. The meaning of how we have to gauge in the unknown world, the unknown, the unseen, the unacquainted. Okay. Um, as a civilization, you have always been avoiding the fact that you did not want to go into something which you had not trusted. That's why you trusted the mushriks, the kuffar, the Jews, the Zionists. You trust them with your life because they give you your food, they give you your salary, they give you your education because you trust them. Okay? You don't trust Allah. You are afraid of Allah, but you trust the shaitan. Okay? It, you're another species. You're not a species for the next age in conscious. Okay, so what does the heavens do? The heavens replaces this kind of psychological decadence, and they have to revamp and reproduce a new script. The script that you and your next generations are being famed to is that the prophet is not a physicality. It's not physical. It is spiritual. Okay. There's nobody that can forgive you on the outside if you cannot forgive yourself on the inside. You're never going to meet a prophet in physical. You're not going to have to go to a physical place to ask and to find these salams. The prophet in the age that you are now is that you will have to measure your free time, because if you have qualified to the next level of conscious, of intelligence, of expansion, of realities, okay, it's new realities that we are building in conscious time lanes. Okay, so you will have to come to embrace the fact that you got to feel your astral body, your light body, your cosmic body. You must not going to live with your physical body. You must supposed to live with your light body, your nur body, your conscious body. Okay. Now this time that you are in now, it's the birth, the season of the new birth of Muhammad. Okay. Muhammad is no longer a physical human being as what your past narrative. Remember, you just believed, you didn't see. Okay? And you saw everybody doing it. But just like the Jesus story, as you believe Jesus was never crucified, the whole world believes that you don't know what you are speaking. You have lost your senses. Okay? Similarly, as you believe Muhammad was a human, the whole world believes that you don't know what you're doing. This is just how it is. But in order for you to get aloof to how conscious grows, conscious doesn't stay on the same note of rationale. Okay, the Harun and the Musa is all the time varying, subject to how the God minds are running the game on this new manifesto. Okay, so mashallah tabarakallah, the Muhammad age that you are now living in is what your forefathers had prepared you for, that you loved him. You did not meet him because what you loved was the influence and the frequency that was parted by your ancestors to activate that channel inside of you. Okay, you can put two people together, altruist Muslims, altruist khulu, and you put the person that was nurtured in this realm of spiritual awareness, of spiritual consciousness, and in preparation for the Muhammad season of the new Muhammad, the new concept of Muhammad. It's not a man, okay? This is in conscious that we are doing this now, because those of us who are still in our biological format, you are still in the third degree of density. You had to go into the fourth or the fifth level of comprehension since COVID had and eroded your physical narrative of a God and of a prophecy. Okay, you had come in the time that you had to unveil the prophecies that was gifted to you by the heavens. That's why it resonates with you. That's why morality resonates with you, because you're finding access to your God mind, okay, your higher conscious, your astral body. It feels right because it's the nur, it's the energy that allows you to give it a calculated format, right? So your task, since you had come in the COVID post era, is that you had to by now align to your conscious, to your diagnostic mindsets, as well as to your forecast of the light that is being penetrating through your cortex and giving you a reading. That reading is what we call an alama. Okay. Now, last night I was with the ancestors, with the great mothers, Auntie Fatima, Mima Fatima, and Mima Fatima, and Zah, and Auntie what was the other name? Anyway, I'm not getting to the names right now. But be that what it may, Allah give them barakat, because I enjoyed my time with them. It was online, of course. But she said something very important. She said for my Auntie Fatima of Auntie Hajira, she said for my, ik kan hulle sien. Ik kan hulle sien. And I thought to myself, I know what she's saying. But sometimes not even her children understands what she's saying, or her grandchildren. But this was the records that was kept by the tribe, the soul tribe, to acknowledge how their mothers, the great mothers, had communicated with their parted parents, okay, their grandparents, how they interacted with them in the non-physical realm, okay, in the astral non-physical realm, okay. That is your light body, people, okay. What you feel is the only thing that remains, because when you leave this plane, then it's all about what you felt. Now, as jy gelewer het 'n lieg, if you were living an artificial credit lifestyle, you were living in a dark a dungeon. You couldn't feel yourself, so you were thinking your realities out. You were shaping a reality because you couldn't leave the handles and make the bird feel his wings or her wings. Okay, this is the stage that you had come in this age today. Is that in the age of Muhammad, then the bird must fly now. Okay, the bird has been released from the cage. Okay, the bird is the unuk wakullu has an unuk you all have a bird that is attached to your neck. Okay, your neck is where the truth is felt. That's why Allah says ta'iratun bi unuqi. Okay, when you are prepared to vibrate truth through the through the throat chakra, we call it. Okay, when that vibration is allowed into your order, and you can vibrate and shake and bring that feeling and that vibe into a reality, okay, then you are flying above, right, guys? Then you are in the zone of the awwalin, okay. You are free. You have been discharged. You have now able to see life from the above to the below. Okay, this is where you will now rub shoulders with the soldiers. Okay, with the junood. Now you will meet up with the conscious world. Okay, in the unseen planes of reality. Okay, This is what we call your spiritual reality. This is why you will now uncover that death is life. Okay? What you have avoided was out of fear because of your yani, accredited yani, life lie that you have been modulated into your unconscious stages of your evolution. No one is wrong. Everyone is right. But everyone should acknowledge what is the time in their evolution. Okay? So that we can help each other now. Okay? Your age that you are now into is the age of a youth. Okay? So as you come through the unconscious stages into the awakening processes, you will find your mother, yani, she will be awoken, okay? Because, mashallah, she is intuited, she's in touch with herself, okay? You can't avoid that truth. Say full it. Say kanakan is full even if they are not in her presence because she has the gut, she has the ability to tap into the unseen. Okay, you must stop getting paranoid about the unseen because you are blind, you are deaf, you are dead-hearted. Julle kan maar 100 days in salas maak. It's not going to help you because Allah is the one that opens the eyes, people. Allah is the one that taps into the vibrations of the frequency that allows you to see differently, to hear it differently, and to feel it differently. Okay? So now when you get that kind of memes in the city, in your homes, people, hulle gaan jou all the time maak realize that inshallah as ons se oë gaan toemaak. Hoeveel van julle moeders praat so vandag as ons se oë gaan toemaak, as ons nie meer daar gaan visie? Hoekom wat het gebeur? You became permanent. Okay? You never speak to your children that you are not here in your body, you are here as a soul. You can speak like that to your children when you already know that you cannot die. Okay? Because you know where you're going to be. But as long as you cannot let that out of your throat vibrate into wings that comes into life, papachi, dan is jy nog besig met shirk. Okay? Dan is jy nog 'n mushrik. Right? Dan is ek nog 'n mushrik. Okay? Then we are still citing gods and partners to gods, and we still do not come to terms with akhirah is to be experienced inside and not outside. Okay? The akhirah that you in this new age are going to come to understand has been, the definition of it has been altered due to an altered state of conscious and an expanded vision and a shift in the paradigm. Right? There are not much, Allah says, not much people, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي وَمَا أُوتِيتُم مِنَ الْعِلْمِ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. You have to experience it to know it. Knowledge is not something you read, that's information. Now, most of your information of gods and of people that you understand, it's only mostly from books and it's mostly from your rabbis and your ulama and with whatever you want to call them. Now, what has happened through your brilliance, AI is going to be the most intelligent brains. It's going to be much more intelligent than what your religious domains are. Okay, all their brains together, AI is going to outwit them. So you can no longer believe in their words because AI is going to give them a better show because all their minds together is AI now going to create a new definition of God. Now why? AI only has all their minds together, maar hulle mos nooit tesame gekom het nie. It was mos divide and rule. Nou gaan AI nou hulle minds in 'n computer in 'n epigenetic, it is now quantum, it's a quantum system that we are technologically going into reality. We're shaping a new sort of reality. We are there already, but it's just like there must still be a ceremony to make the digital currency real. Although we are still already paying with fake numbers, it's just numbers that's going through your minds, and you are in love with the numbers. You're in love with something that you'll never own, although it possesses you, because that is the state of jinn. Okay, you are still possessed, right? um Many of us are jinns, but we don't want to come to terms with this, because it's the evolution. You must first be jinn before you become ins. Okay, falamma janna alayhi laylu. Okay, this is the metamorphosis. Nobody's wrong. It's just those who are awoken, those who have ascended into the next realm of conscious, they are aware of who is the jinn. They know that most of the religions are jinn controlled, are people that are blind following, people that don't know a God, people that are paying for peace. Okay, you are exchanging money to find peace within, whilst it is your peace. Okay, but that is how you have been hacked in your psychology and in your decomposed realities and narratives. Okay, so the new order of nature that is now descending on the new children, it will only help the great members. They will understand it, and now the new grandchildren, okay, they're going to understand it. The middle class has been wiped out. Okay, the game is playing from the highest realm to the lowest, as above, so below. So what you have sent out in terms of your ancestors, what kind of people were they? That's the kind of grandchildren you will see, and the new generations coming in. Okay, subject to the standard of your spiritual vibrations and frequency. That's your new children. That's your new Abdullahs, and that is your new Anwars that is coming into conscious reality. Okay? Remember, you are a co-creator of what you understand in reality. Nothing exists on the outside. It has all been placed inside, and that has been processed. In the age that you are now terminating and also activating into a new realm of conscious of reality, you have to clear the slate of whatever you knew, whatever you thought was real, whatever you thought was truth. It is 110% no longer valid. Okay, a new narrative, a new understanding of life, a new understanding of a God, a new understanding of prophecies. All of that has to be rescripted, and a new forecast, a new way of understanding spiritual reality is now in her order. Okay, obviously we know about it because we live it, we experience it. We can't believe, because believe is being ignorant. You are just believing, but you don't know. Okay, this is the age that allerlei werk wat jy moet gegaan het na, wat ons klein gewees het, dan het die ou mense gesê jy moet werk toe gaan, gaan maak werk. Ek altyd gedink, hoekom praat hulle ek moet gaan werk maak, ek kry dan niks betaling nie. But actually the idea, the gift was dat hulle die werk vir ons laat doen, dat ons die pay kan kry. Nou, ons is besig om die pay te kry. We are being rewarded in real time. As jy die werk doen, dan hou jy die lig. Hy is die lig wat brand. Hy is die energy mense. Hy is die currency. Hy was die engine wat jy that you kick-started. Okay? When you were young, when you were a child, as hulle vir jou geneem het na die gadatte en die mouloods toe en hy goed is, that was real. That was genuine, because that gave us the power to oil our wings. Why are we flying now? You ask yourself, why are you afraid of death and we are not afraid of death? Why? Because our forefathers, our ancestors gave us the keys. They gave us the wisdom. They gave us the path. Okay? Ons het nie gedoen hy sa man week, het ons klein gewees het en die arwaags nie. They prepared us at the time when the age is closed and a new advent of conscious reality is in expansion. dan gaan julle eie love story skryf. Maar van wie gaan ons die love story skryf, mense? Ons gaan dit skryf van ons eie ancestors, van ons memes en ons bebes en ons deres en ons great mense, because wat hulle vir ons gegee het was goud. We are now, you pay me not to fear death. Almal van julle is bang vir die dood. Almal van julle weet nie wat gaan aan op die ander kant nie. Maar ons voorvaders het geweet. Daarvoor het hulle daai in ons gesit. Daarvoor het ons nie meer die vee nie. Because die tyd wat die age gechange het. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Toe vat ons almal ons babies. Toe sê ouens is tyd om aan te tatta nou. Ons is nie meer in die raam nie. Ons het dit wat die huis toe gaan. Toe moet ons maar nou die ander huis gaan opmaak. Daar wat ons voorvaders vir ons geleid het naartoe. Hy sê werk. You know, hulle het nie net gesê jy maak werkie. Sy werk because jy besig om jou energy te circumambulate, okay, om het te rotate, okay, om het te laat voel dat hy kind kan weet waar moet hy kind uitkom, waar moet hy sy voorvaders kry, waar moet hy sy vir ons kry. Hy is wat 'n ouer doen as 'n ouer lief is vir sy kinders. Dan gaan hy vir hulle laat verstaan at a young age, what way must you meet me, my boy, my girl, meet me on this side. This is way, but how are you going to meet me? I have to put on I have to put the switch in. So when you reach a certain age, then you know where to find the switch. Put on the light. Okay? Now this tribe in the south, is die ulamachis of die rabbis nie, of because hulle self weet nie waar hulle switches is nie, because niks switch was in hulle aangesit nie. As ons voorvaders, ons memes van die ratip en van die gadat en die mauluds, hulle het hy ligte in ons ingesit, broers. Hulle het gesit hy liefde van wie ons tribe is, hoe gaan ons vir hulle herken in die new age, en wat gaan hulle level wees, okay? Die is mos nou die followers van Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam. Hulle gaan nie wees mense wat het prag en pra nie. Hulle gaan nie wees mense wat in die limelight is nie. Baie minder mense sal vir hulle ken, because die baie mense gaan Jannah toe nie. Verstaan julle? Okay? Jannah, as I said, is a frequency. It's not a place, it's a space in your divine senses. Okay? This we have to say these things even if we repeat ourselves in these times, because we are consolidating the whole that will exit us into the new paradigm of the 4 stages of the new centrification. Okay? Not gentrification, it's centrification. You are going to be the star. That is why the moon and the star is identified, because you put yourself as the star and the moon is your motherly energy. That's where all your energy comes from. That's what regulates your menstruations. And if you are organic, most of us can no longer use the natural and energy patterns because of the chemicals, the medication, the food, the lifestyle addictions, and you have to first detox from those kind of things. So we are now going to be activating our portal after 5 years, alhamdulillah. We sent this out 5 years ago into the heavens, into the higher conscious, the 13 different companies, the different entities, the different profiles that will serve the entertainment, the education, the governing, the law, the tribal law, the education, the Medicare, the social lives, the social welfare, the sports and arts and recreations. We've covered everything in this new age for the soul tribes, for those who has been for those that has been rescued, okay, that has been uncovered, okay, the mudathirs, okay. It's not It's not exclusive. It is per heaven's allocations. This is how it works. Okay. So that will now go into order for that new soul tribe and to take their rightful loyal and royal appointments. Okay. This is done in the quantum field, right? Um, those are now as they remember their membership in the new house. It's a new house because the old house doesn't exist anymore in reality of conscience. Okay, those who could not leave that paradigm, they are not wrong. It's just they are not in tune with the higher order of truth that is now preparing the new digital children that are living in the Wi-Fi world. Okay, the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is actually Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Okay, um, that's going to be the new wives. Okay, whether they are males or females, they will have always in their minds. They will remember what Google alayhi salatu wasalam said. They will remember what Amazon radiallahu ta'ala anhu has. Okay, they will remember what Alibaba sadaqallahu al-azim has. That is where they are. But you have no idea because if you are still dead tired, you can only wake up when you are sick of sleeping. Okay. Whilst your new age children are digital robots that is being remotely controlled, okay, from outside of them. Okay, the AI is controlling them in a neurological format. Right. We have to ensure from the soul tribes who are the only entities that understand divine space. Okay, we understand how the process of healing. The Ayub, Nabi Ayub is now going to be your education, your medication, because you are inflicted with lots of compromises. You are possessed. Okay, physiologically, biologically, and metaphysically. Okay, so what you need now to come to terms with the fact that you are dormant, you need to take the parasites tests. Okay, you have to detox from the physical addictions. All right, the sugar addictions, the overweight addictions. It's due to your whole inside of you guys. It's the lie that you've been lived for the last 100 years of a civilization. You don't understand yourselves. We understand you better than you understand yourself because you don't know self. Okay, so it's not derogatory what I'm saying to you because I don't know who I'm speaking to. I'm just moving energy now. Okay, like I have told you people before this, we will never know you. You will never know us because this is an evolution of going alone, and alone means that you all one, all one, alone. Okay, therefore you're never lonely because you're all one. You understand everything that's happening in the cycles of within the cycles because it's cyclical. Okay. Now you're going to find through divine presence, right? You're going to be real in your presence, and what we need to now manifest here is that we will have to fast track the urban lifestyle villages, okay? Because the city life has damaged our mentality and our lives and to the core, okay? So those who Allah chooses and the universe chooses to be the new soul tribes, they get to the privilege of enjoying such kind of um, benefits. Okay, the khalifas, the muallimas, the ustazas, the imams. Hy mense wat selfless hulle lewe opgegee het vir die communities vir die laaste 100 jaar. Okay? That lived basically on just bread and milk. Hulle 4,500 rand 'n maand het hulle ge-earn mense. Wallahi Alazim, hy mense het die geld ge-earn nie. En hoe het hulle gemaak? Hoe het hulle daai stukkie brood gebreek met hulle kinders? Okay? Most of the time die imams hulle het eens gewek vir nie. They didn't earn a salary as whatever sadaqah die mense vir hulle gegee het. Maar hulle het nooit geraak beggars nie. En hulle het nooit geraak skelms nie. Okay? En hulle het nog nooit vir hulle selfs verlaag nie. Okay? They maintain the integrity. Those are the people that are going to have a nice time. We are going to be the people that's going to serve on them. We are going to be the people. We are going to be the people that's going to prepare them as their ruh leaves. We're going to be the people that gives them that kind of honor. Okay? In these quantum lifestyle villages, that is going to be in your urban areas, outside of your cities. Okay? If you ensure that you send a happy Khalifa home, okay, to his mother, dan gaan sy 'n happy kind terugstuur na die great grandchildren. So werk it, as above, so below. So that regulatory form of the elderly, you must keep that very strong. You have no digital library of your heritage. The book world is no longer practical because it has been transferred. Okay. It's again Salah. It's again Buka time, people. But what a nice program! I enjoyed it. Now, to praat so van die ou mense so lekker. Mashallah, tabarakallah. And so, yeah, we will be starting our campaigns going out now for the chosen, for the chosen tribes of the south, inshallah. And may Allah Ta'ala grant that we all find peace and barakah. And thank you for your dedication. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi